Cool. So, hey, everyone. Today, I'm going to be showing you some of the up-and-coming improvements to our search experience. For the first half, I'll be demoing our updated search filters UI. And then the second half, I'm going to be showing a sneak peek as to where we're planning on taking our browse experience. Let's get this rolling. As you all know, here's our current basic search filtering experience. There's definitely some shortcomings to what we offer today. So, for example, like once you click on a search filter, it's automatically applied, which can be jarring. There's no way to do an or within a filter type. So for example, right now, I can't say snowflake or looker. It's just one or the other. We can only show you the top 20 search filter options within a filter type, like within platform or whatever. So for example, if you wanted to filter on a glossary term that just isn't in the top 20 glossary terms, you just can't do it. So that's too bad. And on top of that, it's really hard to see what I can even filter by, like what my options are for filtering. Right now, I can only see type, platform, tag. The other options I have to go down, just not the easiest experience, I'll say. Note that the shortcomings actually are possible with our current advanced filters, but they might not be obvious or the easiest for folks. But with all that in mind, let's hop into a little demo of where our search filters are going. There's still a few things to finish off, I'll say, before we release this, but we're getting real close. Let's hop into this new tab. As you can see, the search results page has gotten a little facelift where filters are now going to be at the top inside of these drop-down boxes. We have all these same filters that you know and love, just with a fresh tank and some new functionality to hopefully make your search filtering lives even better. If you remember some of the shortcomings that I was just talking about right before, one of them was that you could not apply an OR query within a filter type. Well, I'm here to tell you that you can now. So let's say I want to do Snowflake or BigQuery. I can click update, that immediately applies these filters. But I can also go back in and say like, oh shoot, I also want to say or looker, Snowflake, BigQuery, or looker, please. And you can see here we have a collection of the different filters, active filters that are already applied. I can remove one right here. I can also, or just remove all of them over here on the right. You can also now search within a filter type. So if I know, for example, that I'm looking for a glossary term called highly secure, but I don't see it within the options, I can also now just search for it. Cool, I can see highly secure here. And then another thing to note too is that we are now providing more context in our glossary terms. So you can see its parent hierarchy, which just makes it easier to know which glossary term you're actually even talking about. Let's apply that. Nice. And then I'll just remove that filter. And then finally, we still support advanced filters as they are today. They're just like remodeled to fit with our new designs. So let me just show you a quick thing just to ensure that that works. Let's search for column description. I'm just going to look for entities that have columns with the word updated in their description. So yeah, as you can see, we can still do advanced filters, all of that good stuff. Let me go back to the slideshow because I am not done yet. So now that you've seen where search filtering is headed, I'm also going to show you a sneak peek of where browse is headed as well. But first, let's talk the state of browse today. Today, browse starts on the home page and walks you through these browse paths where you have to click inside a folder to see what's inside of it. You can also only see 10 folders or entities at a time, as well as also only being able to look inside of one folder at a time. So if you're really not sure of the exact location of the entity that you care about, you can see how it could be pretty tough to actually find it through this current browse experience. There's also no way to incorporate search filters or search queries for entities within browse. You're just clicking through different folders in and out looking for something. Ultimately, it's fine. It can work, but it's not really an ideal experience. All right, where's browse going? Browse is going to a unified search and browse experience, as you can see right here in this mock. So if you're looking for an asset, you'll be able to use the full power of search and browse combined. So instead of walking through groups, one page and one group at a time, you'll now have this new folder structure over here on the left, where you can explore to your heart's content. Search filters and queries are also going to be updating this browse bar as well, creating an actually unified experience between the two. Finally, this new method of browse is also going to be container-based. So instead of browse path aspects that we had before, we're going to be using a new container paths aspect. So for these entities that have actual container entities, their physical containers are going to be how you're going to be able to browse for them. So for example, if I'm looking in Redshift over here, and I'm looking at our data sets, you can see in the screenshot, I might be looking underneath this company database, and then there's these different schemas that you can see. You'll be able to click on any of these guys and filter down your search results based on what's inside of them. Entities that don't have physical containers are going to have similar paths as before, but with this much new and improved experience. So these things are still under development, I'll say, but expect more updates in the coming weeks, guys. And I think that's it for me for my part 1.